share his views regarding the green audit in educational institutes.
Thanks a lot. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Well, keeping to the time frame, I would just initiate right head away to the point. A couple of points on the green audit. That the green audit is an initiative started way back in the 1970s, and the idea was that it should become a unique process where any organizations which are wanting to conduct an assessment of any health risk to any of its stakeholders with reference to the environmental conditions. That is what the green audit was originally aimed at. Now, looking at this entire unique process, when we do an environmental audit or a green audit in a higher education institution, particularly the schools and colleges, we come to know about the use of the available resources in terms of the energy, the water, the build-up space, the quality of air, the playground, the stationery, the human resources, the fire safety, the transport, the cafeteria, the classroom, and there could be n number of things involved into that. Looking to the objectives of the green audit, particularly with reference to the NAC criterion number 7. The first objective I would put it as it secures the environment of the higher educational institution. It definitely cuts down the threats, if any, to the health of all the stakeholders within the organization and outside your college or the university. It also helps in the legal compliances, and ultimately the objective is to offer better protocols for sustainable development of the organization. Here we are talking about the educational organizations. So generally when we are looking and talking about the green audit, the question is normally asked that what kind of audit it is and how to go about it. So I'll also share the kind of audit which we are looking at. The 3 core steps are pre-audit, the on-site, the audit itself, that is, and the post-audit steps. And we cover water audit, waste disposal audits, energy audits, environmental quality audits, health audits, renewable energy sources audit, carbon accounting. All these factors, all these aspects are covered in this green audit. So in the pre-audit, when it is being done by a college or a university, one has to plan the audit, very carefully select the audit team with experts like Martin sir here, Martin Bond sir here, and even Mahesh bhai here, who helped us do the green audit for our organization at Anand Institute of Social Work. We have to schedule the audit, a background of the audit has to be acquired, and the site visit has to be conducted. When the entire audit team is on the site for conducting the audit, we need to understand what is the scope of the audit, and we also need to undertake a SWOT analysis in terms of the environment of that particular higher education institution. That is conducting the audit actually. Once we are through with the SWOT and the audit and the field visit or the site visit as you say, we need to evaluate the observations, and a concurrent field documentation or a record exercise of the ongoing audit is also carried out by the entire team involved in this audit. Post-audit, the third step, the post-audit, a green audit document or a green audit report is prepared. It is shared to all the stakeholders, and when we talk about the higher educational institutions, it is sharing with the students, with the teachers, with the management, with the government, with the Department of Higher Education, with your fieldwork agencies, with your employers, with everyone, and with the local media too. We have to prepare an action plan for improvisation on the flaws mentioned in the audit, and finally, the most difficult part, we have to implement that action plan. I am saying it is the most difficult because Generally, it happens that in an educational institution, in a higher educational institution, we are very good at plans, but when it comes at implementation, it takes a seat back. Here, I would like to mention one of the very good initiatives taken by Paryavaran Mitra through the Green Catalyst, where Anand Institute of Social Work was a part of that entire effort with Gala Frildenberg, located here in Anand, where we also had the gender sensitization, taking gender forward as one of the inherent protocols of the entire Green Catalyst program, which was fantastic. Our students attended. And coming down to the final aspect, the core question is that why should a higher educational institution or why should a college undertake the environmental audit? The reason is very, very clear. The cause, the effect is that it shields the environment in which your higher educational institution is operating. It recognizes the cost saving methods by minimizing the waste and managing the existing situations and the sources of energy. It finds out the existing flaws. See, mind well, this is